Hello everyone, I'm Red in Silver back in with a very strong meta team which you guys can use to gain elo in the Ultra League. So the team is Tapu Fini, Charizard and Registeel. Tapu Fini on the lead takes care of Swampert where our backline struggles, and then our backline takes care of Cresselia where our Tapu Fini struggles. So let's get into the battles and check out this team in action. Into the first battle we have Tapu Fini versus Wolverine. So in this matchup, what I usually try to do is shield up the Earthquake and then connect the Moonblast. So I will shield this move hoping that it's an Earthquake, which it was, which is a really good field on my part. I will throw my Moonblast and hope that opponent no shields. So I'm gonna throw my Moonblast, and if opponent shields, I will try to catch the Earthquake on my Charizard. I try to catch the move, but opponent holds on to his energy and switches out to Swampert, and we CMP tied on the Swampert, which is bad because I could have just thrown my Blast 1 before Swampert can throw Hydro Cannon, and it would have done like 50% damage, and then I could have like gone for farm down with my Tapu Fini. But I'm gonna throw myself just before Swampert makes it to an Hydro Cannon, but now Swampert has an Earthquake loaded, which I have to no shield because I'm trusting my one shield for Registeel because it has to shield an Earthquake coming in from Walden. So I will switch out straight into my Registeel, and opponent comes in with his Articuno. So here all moves from Articuno are resisted, so I don't have to shield any move. I just have to use this shield to shield the Earthquake. I will throw this Zap Cannon, which puts Articuno in yellow HP. I will no shield this move as well, and if opponent switches out, okay, opponent is switching out, so I'm gonna shield this move hoping that it's an Earthquake. Now I will throw my Zap Cannon because even after debuff, Zap Cannon will still KO, and now I catch the move on my Tapu Fini to give me a huge advantage, as now I can just outpace this Wolverine to a Focus Blast to KO this Wolverine, and then the Zap Cannon will KO that Articuno for the win. GG's. Into the next match we have Tapu Fini versus Giratina. So in this matchup, what Giratina users usually do is try to shield the first Moonblast. So here opponent goes for the Ancient Power, and we are not gonna shield this move. Opponent comes in with Cresselia. So here I should have done some water gun damage on this Cresselia before switching out to my Registeel, because two Zap Cannons from after throwing two Zap Cannons from Registeel, I cannot farm down this Cresselia. It is outside of farm down range, and in that time frame Cresselia can hit a lot of charge moves. So I should have done some water gun damage before switching out. So I'm gonna throw my second Zap Cannon, I think. Second Zap Cannon, and as you can see, I cannot farm down this Cresselia. If I would have done like some water gun damage with my Tapu Fini, that would have been amazing. So opponent switches out to his Swampert. I'm gonna throw this Focus Blast, and then I will come in with my Tapu Fini, and I will throw this Surf. This Surf gets a shield, and after this I will throw another Surf, which will put this Swampert into farm down range, and after that I can farm this down easily. So I'm gonna shield this move hoping that it's an Earthquake. If it's not, Swampert can't make it to another Earthquake, and then opponent comes in with Cresselia and surrenders. GG's. Into the next battle we have Tapu Fini versus Ampharos. Ampharos is a core breaker to our team. It beats Tapu Fini and Charizard, and Registeel is neutral to it, but Ampharos can also throw Focus Blast on Registeel to do some super effective damage. So I'm gonna stay in this matchup. I will throw Surf, and here I won't shield this move because Ampharos has already shown Brutal Swing. So the next move, the second move it has should be a Nuke move. So I'm gonna throw Surf, and opponent decides to no shield, which is a good thing for us. And opponent has another Electric type for us Charizard. So what I'm gonna do is come in with my Registeel, and Raikou has Shadow Ball and Wild Charge. So if opponent throws Shadow Ball, we can survive 2 Shadow Ball or 2 Wild Charges easy. And I will throw my Focus Blast after that. So I throw the Focus Blast, and opponent catches this move on either Cobalion or Virizion. It's a Virizion. So what I'm gonna do here is that shield up this move. It could be a Stone Edge, and after this I will go for full farm down, and then I will farm some energy here. And since Raikou wins CMP, so I'm gonna bait this move and then throw the Blast 1 for the win. GG's. So even core breakers can beat this team. GG's. Into the next battle we have Tapu Fini versus Hexarus. So opponent is staying in for some time, so I'm gonna make it to an Moonblast, and I will like let's see what I decide to do. Opponent switches out to Granbull, so I'm gonna come in with my Charizard. I will throw my Blast One on the right timing, and if opponent shields, I think opponent is going for switch advantage, so I'm gonna shield this move as well because this move will KO my Charizard. And after this, since we did not get any debuff, I will throw another Blast One, and if opponent shields this move as well, I will throw Dragon Claw and KO this Granbull. So we win the switch in a 1 to 2 shield scenario with 1 HP and a Dream on our Charizard. And now opponent comes in with his Exhaust. I can come in with my Tapu Fini, throw my Moonblast. If opponent does not switch, I throw the move in the middle of the Dragon Tail animation, and now I switch out to my Registeel immediately without thinking anything because Registeel wins in 0 shields against almost everything. So I'm gonna throw this Focus Blast to one-shot this Obstagoon for the win. Jays. Into the next match, we have Tapu Fini versus Lugia. So this is a neutral matchup. Lugia's Sky Attack will do neutral damage, and our Water Gun and Surf will do neutral damage as well. So I'm not gonna shield this first move. It's just a Sky Attack. We easily survive this. I'm gonna throw one Moonblast, and let's see what opponent decides to do. Opponent is shielding the move, so I will shield this move as well. I know I can outpace this Lugia to a Moonblast, and let's see what we do. So I'm gonna throw this Moonblast hoping that this move will KO. So I'm gonna throw this Moonblast. Opponent survives, so we catch the move on our Registeel. If opponent stays in this matchup, we can farm down this Lugia with our Registeel, and let's see what opponent is deciding to come in with. Opponent comes in with his Genesect, so I'm gonna throw this Zap Cannon. This will do neutral damage. It will also apply a debuff to this Genesect. So here opponent goes for a move. If it's even an Technoblast Fire, it won't KO our Registeel. So, and it was an electric Technoblast. So what I'm gonna do is let go of this move, and after this I will come in with my Charizard to get some energy advantage on our Charizard. So we farm down the Genesect, and opponent's final Pokemon is Tapu Fini. So here 2 Blast Ones from Shadow Charizard will KO this Tapu Fini for the win. So I will throw first Blast One. It does like 50% damage, and we can throw another one for the win. Jeez. Into the next match, we have Jellicent, Tapu Fini versus Jellicent. So this is a neutral matchup, and we will have to see what opponent is deciding to do. I have seen some players shielding Moonblast and some don't shield. So I'm not going to shield this Shadow Ball, and I will go for my Moonblast. My Registeel has a good matchup against Jellicent, so I don't have to like a shield there. So I switch out to my Registeel. So seeing this play, what I should have done was done some water gun damage on that Jellicent, and then switch out to my Registeel after some Jellicent throws a Shadow Ball. So here I'm gonna go for another Focus Blast, and opponent shields this move as well, so giving me 2 shield advantage. So I'm gonna let this move go through, and after this I will come in with my Shadow Zard, and I will try to get energy advantage. So here opponent goes for the move. I thought that it could be a Stone Edge, so I shield the move, and it was just a Secure Sword. Great. So I will throw my Blast One just before Cobalion throws its Stone Edge, and Blast One KOs the Cobalion, and opponent comes in with his Jellicent. So I switch out to my Tapu Fini to catch the move, which was a Bubble Beam, which is good to know, as now I can no shield the move if Jellicent does not have energy for a Shadow Ball. So here I throw the Surf on this Clefable, and I will let this move go through, and I will throw my Blast One just before Clefable throws a move, and here I will throw my Blast One right away. And after this, since Jellicent has Bubble Beam, I should be able to outpace it to a Dragon Claw. I will no shield this move. I will shield this move because opponent had energy for a Shadow Ball, and now I will go for the Blast One, which will KO this Jellicent for the win. J's. Into the next battle, we have Tapu Fini versus Obstagoon. So this is a good matchup for us, but you will see that Obstagoon will do a lot of damage on our Tapu Fini. So opponent goes for the Obstruct, and we will make it. We will build up to a Moonblast, and we will bait with Surf because there is a chance that opponent can shield. I saw a lot of people shielding their Giratinas, Obstagoons, which were weak, the mons which are weak to Tapu Fini, but they still shield the move because Water Guns are doing neutral damage instead of super effective damage. So here Moonblast does not KO Obstagoon because of Obstruct defense buff, and as you can see, my Tapu Fini is in that health. So opponent comes in with his Gengar. We switch out to our Charizard, and now opponent comes in with his Charizard. So here I'm gonna go for two Dragon Claws and not for one Blast one. So here opponent goes for the move. I will no shield this move, and it was a it was just a Dragon Claw. I will throw another Dragon Claw. This will almost kill this Charizard. It survives with 1 HP. Then we farm down, and opponent comes in with his Gengar, and it has a lot of energy. So I'm gonna come in with my Tapu Fini and throw the surf to get the final shield. And after this, I will switch out to my Registeel and I will try to make it to a Zap Cannon. I will shield this move because Gengar has a lot of energy and it cannot get to 3 Focus Blast before I can make it to a Zap Cannon. So GG's. Into the next battle, we have Tapu Fini versus Charizard, and that's it. GG's. Into the next match, we have Tapu Fini versus Togekiss. So we have 2 counters to it. So we are gonna switch out to our Charizard, and opponent comes in with his Swampert. So with this much energy advantage, I can even go for a switcher advantage. So I'm gonna throw my Blast one, and then I will throw my Dragon Claw right away. If opponent decides to shield, I will shield. I think I shield this move, or yeah, I shield this move, and after this I will CMP tie on the Dragon Claw. So opponent either has to use his final shield or let go of his Swampert. Opponent is using his final shield, so I will no shield this move because Swampert, after Swampert gone, Registeel will be like unstoppable. So I'm not gonna shield this move, and I will use my final shield on my Registeel. So I farm down this Swampert. Opponent will most likely come in with his Togekiss. So we switch out to our Registeel, and here opponent goes for a move, and we CMP tied on the Flamethrower, which is a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have CMP tied, but we throw the Zap Cannon to one-shot this Togekiss, and then opponent has a Gyarados in the back, so we can throw another Zap Cannon for the win. GG's. Into the next match, we have Tapu Fini versus Hexadus. So a really good lead for us. I will have to watch out for Earthquake because it could one-shot my Tapu Fini after some damage. So opponent goes for the Breaking Swipe. I will bait with Surf, hoping that opponent will shield. And after this, I will go for the Moon Blast. So opponent goes for the move. I think I shield this move. I shield this move because it could be an Earthquake, and now I will throw this Moon Blast to either get the final shield or take out this Hexadus. We go for the Moon Blast. Opponent shields up the move. So here I will go for my Surf, but opponent switches out to Wolverine, and Hexadus has a lot of energy. So this is a good matchup for my Registeel. I will let go of first Earthquake, and after this I will throw this Zap Cannon to debuff the attack of this Wolverine. Wolverine will survive with a lot of HP left, so I will have to throw like another move to KO this Wolverine. So I won't shield this move because this will KO, and after this I can get a lot of energy advantage on my Charizard. Opponent goes for a move. I have to shield this move because it will put my Charizard in 50% HP. Opponent comes in with his Hexadus, throws the move, and we catch it on our Tapu Fini, and it does not KO us. So we throw the Moon Blast to KO this Hexadus, and after this, let's see what opponent has in the back, which is a Cresselia. So I will throw back-to-back Blast ones for the win. GG. So I will throw first Blast one. It will do like 50% damage, and after this I will go for another Blast one. Opponent throws the move, and I think I make him. Okay, I will go for the Blast one for the win. GG's. I can farm down the Cresselia. Into the next battle, we have Tapu Fini versus Dragonite. So Water Guns will be doing resisted damage on Dragonite, and Dragon Breath. All moves from Dragonite are also doing resisted damage. Hurricane can do super effective like neutral damage, but usually Dragonites don't have that. So I go for Surf Bait and opponent shields, which is good for me. I won't shield any move, and I will go for Moon Blast now. And opponent, we face some lag, so opponent goes for the move, and I will throw my Moon Blast right here. This will either force the final shield or take out this Dragonite. Opponent no shield, so it takes out the Dragonite. Opponent comes in with this Gallade, so I switch out to my Charizard. I will throw this Blast one on this Ampharos to either force the final shield or KO this. Almost KO this Ampharos. I shield this move, which is a bad strategy on my part. I should have just came in with my Registeel and get an energy advantage. So here I will come in with my Registeel, and one close combat does not KO, and opponent surrenders for the win. GG's. Next up, we have Tapu Fini versus Poliwrath. So this is a very good matchup for our Tapu Fini. So opponent switches out to his Registeel. We come in with our Charizard, and we will shield this move. this will one shot my Charizard. So I will throw. I need one Blast One and one Dragon Claw to KO this Registeel. I'm gonna throw this Blast One, which will take the shield, and after this I will go for another Blast One. I threw it on the CMP die, but opponent decided to shield, so I'm gonna shield this move as well, and I will try to save my Charizard if let's see what happens. So I'm gonna throw my Blast One, and opponent catches this move on his Polydeath. So here, what I will do is do like 6 fast moves and then try to catch on my Tapu Fini, but Polydeath throws his energy before that. So I thought it could be a dynamic one. So we survive that, and then we catch the next move on our Tapu Fini. It will be a resisted move, and after this we will go for full farm down and have a lot of energy loaded on our Tapu Fini. So I don't have any shield. I don't have to like shield anything as well. Opponent switches out to his Registeel, saving his Polydeath. I will throw this Surf, which will do some chip damage. I will throw another Surf. I will do as much damage as I possibly can. So here, Registeel goes for a move, and after this I will come in with my Charizard, and we already have 100 energy. So I'm gonna throw my Blast One after doing one fast move, and after this I will have to throw my Dragon Claw right away because Polydeath has a move which could KO my Charizard. So I'm gonna throw my move on the CMP die, and after this I will switch out to my Registeel blindly. Okay, I don't switch out, but there is a Stunfisk in the back, so we can throw this Blast One to do a lot of damage, and after that we can farm down this Stunfisk with our Registeel for the win. So I don't, yeah, this will KO, and after this we can farm down this Stunfisk. GG's. Into the next match, we have Tapu Fini versus Buzzwole. So a really good lead for us. Opponent switches out to his Lapras, and so we switch out to our Registeel. So here we don't have to shield any move coming in from Lapras. Surf does very little chip damage, and judging from Lapras and Buzzwole, I'm thinking that there should be a Walrein in the back. So here I'm not gonna shield this move as well. And after this I will throw one Focus Blast, undercharge it completely so I can farm down this Lapras and have a move loaded for the Buzzwole. So I'm gonna undercharge this Focus Blast, and if Lapras makes it to a move, a Surf, we survive this because of the Zap Cannon debuff, and after this I will go for the farm down. So opponent switches out to Buzzwole and snipes down my Registeel, but it's fine for me. I can come in with my Charizard, no shield this move, and fully wing attack down this Buzzwole to have a lot of energy loaded against the final one. So opponent comes in with his final one, which is a Walrein. I will throw my Dragon Claw. I was throwing this move for Lapras, but it's still fine. I can come in with my Tapu Fini here. If opponent comes in with his Lapras, we farm down the Lapras, and then this is a neutral matchup where I can throw my Moonblast to get energy shield advantage for my Charizard, and if opponent no shields, it does a lot of damage, and now I can fully farm down this team with my Tapu Fini for the win. GG's. I'm saying GG's before the end. Yeah, GG's. Into the next match, we got spicy yet hard countering lead. So we switch out to our Charizard. Opponent comes in with his Swampert. So I'm gonna throw this Blast One, and I will definitely go for the switch. So opponent no shields the Blast One, so I will now definitely go for the switch. I will throw this Dragon Claw, trying to CMP tie, but opponent decided not to CMP die. So I'm gonna shield this move. I will throw, and I will shield this move as well, and now I will go for the full farm down. I will farm down the Swampert and have some energy loaded for the Sceptile. And let's see what opponent is doing. I think opponent at this point just quit the game because his Swampert lost to a Charizard. So what I will do is just close out this game for him. So yeah, GG's. So I'm gonna throw this Blast One, and after this I will farm down this Sylveon, and I will throw a Blast One on that Sceptile for the win. GG's. Yeah, it is taking a bit of time, but it's fine. GG's. Into the next match, we got a bad lead of Crobat. So what I'm gonna do is stay in this matchup. I will throw one Surf, do some chip damage, and after this I will also like take one Poison Fang. You will see Poison Fang will do like 35 to 40% damage, and after doing like one or two more fast move, Crobat can get like outpace me to the next Poison Fang. So I switched out to my Charizard. I will shield this move, and I will try to go for the farm down, but opponent switches out to his Mug. So I'm gonna throw this blast one and let's see what opponent decides to do. Opponent is shielding the move, so I will shield this move as well, as Dark Pulse will one-shot my Charizard after the Poison Fang debuff. I will go for another blast one, and after this Muk will outpace me to a blast one, so I will throw this Dragon Claw. And since I'm at 0 energy, Muk will do more like fast moves, so I will catch the next move on my Tapu Fini, which is a resisted move, and after this I will do as much water gun damage as possible. Opponent throws another move which is good for me. Now I will come in with my Charizard and I will do some fast move, and after this I will throw my charge move because I thought that Muk is at a move. So here Dragon Claw takes out the Muk, and now I will throw my Dragon Claw right away on this Crobat to KO the Crobat, and in the end is a Hexorus. So here I was hoping that Hexorus does not have Earthquake, and if Hexorus does not have that move, I win with my Registeel, as I only have to throw these two Focus Blast for the win. Opponent throws the Breaking Swipe, which is a indication that opponent does not have Earthquake. We have to see here, so yeah, opponent does not have Earthquake, so we can go for another Focus Blast and win this matchup with Registeel. GG's. Into the final match, we have Tapu Fini versus Cresselia. So this is a very bad matchup, so we switch out to our Charizard. Opponent comes in with his Empoleon, so what I'm gonna do here is throw the Dragon Claw. If opponent shields, then I will go for the Blast one. We have a 2 or 3 wing attack advantage, that's why we were able to get to this Blast one, which KOs the Empoleon and secures us the switch advantage. Now I can easily come in with my Registeel, no shield all the moves, and win against Cresselia, and I think I win the game as well. So opponent sees the Registeel and surrenders. GG's. All in all, this team worked really well for me, and you can definitely try it out if you have these mons. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next video.